Requisite.
Requisite.
Perhaps you should take the requisite time to arrive at this conclusion for yourself.
Comprehension is not a requisite of cooperation.
Her Majesty's consent is requisite when a Wessex takes a wife, and once given, her consent is her command.
So I think I have the requisite experience and insight to aver that you are and always have been penis cancer in human form.
The moral laws of man and nature deem it a requisite that such measures be implemented to preserve the humanity at risk.
必需品，必要的。
Requisition.
Requisition.
What's the list of civilian boats for requisition?
No, Hugh Alexander has denied my requisition for parts and equipment that I need to build the machine I've designed.
Navy's requisition, sir. We're back in an hour.
Well, Inspector, if you need investigative help and you don't trust your own men, why don't you requisition some recruits from the police academy?
What's more, as soon as it comes back from Dallas, it's going to be at your requisition disposal.
正式请求，征用。
Rescue.
Rescue.
As an excuse for not getting on the rescue boat.
As soon as I get back to Galactica, I'll send a rescue party.
I knew you'd rescue me, darling. Should we go back and rescue him?
Plan is to rescue Lucifer from the mall.
研究。
Research.
Research.
Haley gave me 2 boxes of files and research materials.
Isaacson's research led him to conclude that one of our most...
We have some more research to do.
Why do you keep asking me to do research on the Green Hornet when you are the Green Hornet?
Yeah, I did a little research too.
研究。
Researcher.
Researcher.
A scientific researcher of some kind?
No.
Glenn Stevens, researcher in the area of leukemia at Drexel University.
Insights from the nation's best female sex researcher.
Junior researcher, cub reporter, assistant editor.
研究人员。
Resemblance.
Resemblance.
Don't you see the family resemblance?
I don't see any resemblance.
Oh dear, the resemblance is only physical.
There's no resemblance at all.
You don't see the resemblance?
相似处。
Resemble.
Resemble.
From a meteorological standpoint, conditions almost resemble midwinter.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
In fact, they're the ones that most resemble diamonds.
The lobby will resemble a music salon with a great deal of inspiration from the French Second Empire.
Well, I fantasized about a life that doesn't so closely resemble hell.
相似。
Resent.
Resent.
I resent that.
Well, I'll bet money she's going to resent it. And
You at least have to sleep with someone else too, or you'll resent him forever.
You don't resent it, do you?
You know, I resent that, David.
愤恨。
Reservation.
Reservation.
But you did make a reservation at Mallory's?
Do you have a reservation?
I believe I have a reservation for 2 at 7.
No reservation needed.
Remember the pageant on the reservation? 保留。
Reserve.
Reserve.
Although it's understandable that many of us feel a sense of hesitation or even fear, we must attempt to reserve judgment.
And I reserve the right to change my mind about the sex leader.
His reserve suits her.
That's how much I've got to go on my naval reserve hits.
储备品，保留。
Reserved.
Reserved.
We have this place reserved.
I've reserved 3 pods. Paul was just too reserved to be compatible with someone like me.
They're specifically reserved for when I find the man that I'm going to marry.
You have a seat reserved, front row, next to Ruby Rod.
保留的。
Reservoir.
Reservoir.
From there on, we've already brought the water down from the reservoir.
You might try the Oak Pass to the Stone Canyon Reservoir.
I'm standing by live at the Loch Raven Reservoir right now, where police and fire officials are in the process of removing a classic that the congressman, and I speculate here, may have suffered a heart attack before going into the Loch Raven Reservoir.
The frozen Chozon Reservoir.
注水池，储藏。
Reside.
Reside.
500,000 Servants reside in the U.S., Marvin.
To assist them in their work, many witches kept familiars. That is to say, creatures such as cats or toads in which supernatural spirits or demons were thought to reside.
Where do you live or reside?
Well, the essence of our culture has been saved in the elders who now reside upon this ship.
You reside in Devonshire, I believe, Miss Dashwood.
住。
Residence.
Residence.
I'm quite certain this isn't the way to the Gray's residence.
Manjaka's residence.
We have a warrant to search your residence?
When we arrived at his Morgan Hill residence, Mr. Kartoff was deceased, seemingly by a self-inflicted gun wound.
住宅
Resident.
Resident.
Do you know he's an upload from our permanent resident floor?
He is our resident bad boy.
I'm the resident hang 5 expert here.
The only action required, apart from shredding the thing, is to keep a tighter rein on your resident harlot.
With Jones, our resident tin opener.
居民居留的
Residential.
Residential.
Financial service companies, and we're trying to understand the residential mortgage business.
Funded at closing for the development of a 50-home residential neighborhood project in Montgomery County.
In our residential sector, our rollout of those variable rate packages were gobbled up by the...
Now, this will include over 1 million square feet of commercial and residential space.
Over there in the residential part of the complex should be a telegraph office.
住宅的
Resign.
Resign.
And I resign all claims to this young lady.
Yeah, all I know about you is you chose to resign.
You resign.
You'll probably threaten to resign.
辞职
Resignation.
Resignation.
Always resignation and acceptance.
Have you handed in your resignation from the Colorado Springs Police Department?
Therefore, I tender my resignation.
Well, say that you accept my resignation and you're prepared to offer me a very lucrative exit package.
You have my resignation.
辞职
Resilience.
Resilience.
Amazing resilience.
And yet to have come so far, still bearing the ring, the Hobbit has shown extraordinary resilience to its evil.
Do you think that your people should be rewarded for their resilience and strength?
In this occasionally bleak world, you have shown a resilience that I admire.
Tonight you saw the strength and resilience of my family.
弹回
Resist.
Resist.
And as much as she tried to resist these ideas, she could not get them from her mind.
How could she resist?
I just can't resist the lovely little things.
So they can resist.
What we did not realize was that if you try to take that freedom, they resist.
抵抗防染材料
Resistance.
Resistance.
And our battle plan will be that of an Apache resistance.
And the pièce de résistance.
But recently we've had reason to believe that there is a traitor somewhere in the resistance.
He probably won't put up too much resistance, just because it's vacation and I'm an easy hookup for him, but don't tell him any of this.
You know, your old friends of the resistance who work at the restaurant.
抵抗力
Resistant.
Resistant.
And aren't your facts here rather resistant to normal interpretation?
My colleague tells me you've been somewhat resistant.
Singularly unique, sculptured in design, handcrafted in Switzerland, and water-resistant to 3 atmospheres?
We can wrap you in a full bodysuit of neoprene heat-resistant rubber.
Yeah, and resistant to that.
抵抗者抵抗的
Resit.
Resit.
再参加再考
Resolution.
Resolution.
And I know that the logical conclusion for you is to take this case to its resolution and for you to turn me in.
I mean, I really think it's the best resolution because everyone can enjoy the pictures.
That's why I'm calling for the resolution, calling for a resolution. I want to legalize prostitution.
They therefore report this resolution with a recommendation that the same do pass. Resolve.
You're the last chance Henrik has at some kind of resolution.
解析图形分辨率
Resolve.
Resolve.
Dare I suggest that your present course of action might simply strengthen her resolve?
I failed to resolve the situation.
It's not, but it's his issue, and how is he supposed to resolve it if he doesn't even know about it?
To this we must now add resolve.
We want to resolve this thing peacefully.
决定使分解决定之事
Resort.
Resort.
If you're lost, the resort is back that way, 2 clicks.
This resort somewhere?
Or we could just take the shortcut to the resort.
We're chilling at the resort, you know, being safe.
You know, at the south end of the resort, there's a beautiful beach you can walk to at low tide.
度假胜的诉诸
Resource.
Resource.
I need a level 5 search full resource protocol for this device.
My father got an appointment next week for you with the Human Resource Department.
This place is an untapped resource.
We have to win this war to save our country's most precious resource, our children.
You move to an area and you multiply and multiply until every natural resource is consumed.
资源
Respect.
Respect.
All right, I respect you too much to be dishonest. But if our marriage is going to work, I need your respect. Doesn't anybody respect my lifting schedule?
It's about respect and having things in common.
Okay, if this mentor protege thing is going to work out, then you have to respect my caffeinated process.
尊敬
Respectable.
Respectable.
I was entirely respectable.
She's just trying to keep you respectable.
So respectable.
To keep it respectable.
值得尊重的品格高尚的人
Respective.
Respective.
In a respective marriage?
It looks as if both optic nerves are separated from their respective corneas.
Our respective governments have agreed to pool their resources to find out what happened to our submarines.
Stay off their respective radars.
Would the corporate image of their respective sponsors be damaged?
分别的
Respectively.
Respectively.
DEF, respectively.
That all sounds respectively scientific, but what is May's underthought?
The begonia and lavender, danger and suspicion, respectively.
This enables the two governments to establish, respectively, the true value of the dollar and the pound.
We are employees of the Quick Stop, Convenience, and RST Video, respectively.
各自的
Respond.
Respond.
I knew you would respond.
I'm sure Zach will respond soon, dear.
So part of my job is to wear the clothes, and then I see how people respond, and then I report back to my superiors at Bloomingdale's.
So we see that if the zeros of the Riemann zeta function correspond to singularities.
Yeah, I felt you were, because you didn't respond to the text messages.
以回答
Respondent.
Respondent.
And you thought I was your co-respondent.
Counsel for the respondent.
Respondent calls.
The report is irrelevant and immaterial and not binding on the respondent.
Your Honor, plaintiff accepts respondent's offer.
回答的应答者
Response.
Response.
And not only that, you have to tailor its response to the feelings the person is having.
Repeating the same generic response over and over again.
Apart from several crank telephone calls, there is little response.
This is not the response I was expecting from my business partner.
Well, basically, they say that the world is sound and everything in it is and responds to vibration, whatever.
反应
Responsibility.
Responsibility.
Am I so desperate for some responsibility that I dress myself in this outfit because...
Big responsibility. Someone had to take responsibility. 40 would have never left.
It's a big fucking responsibility, Cassie.
责任
Responsible.
Responsible.
But Lewis isn't responsible for me getting to work on this.
Did you find out what happened to the men responsible for your mother's murder?
I assumed that your friend's parents would know if their children weren't responsible young adults and they wouldn't let them come over to the house.
When some people first realize that they're solely responsible for their decisions, actions, and beliefs.
Why do I have to be the responsible grown-up who worries?
有责任的
Rest.
Rest.
But I still get all the rest of the fumbling, right?
Don't you see the rest of the country looks upon New York like we're left-wing communist, Jewish, homosexual pornographers?
I came here tonight because when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with someone, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
Now, some of the girls like to come here to rest up after the operation.
Okay, I'll leave you gentlemen to the rest.
休息是休息
Restaurant.
Restaurant.
I work in a restaurant. No, Mom, I don't have a restaurant.
Reserve me a table for 8 at the restaurant for Friday.
The only restaurant trade I'm interested in is if we can exchange you for anybody else.
What's the name of the restaurant?
餐馆
Restless.
Restless.
I do get a bit restless sometimes.
I'm getting restless.
Restless days.
Let your towering grow restless.
This restless nature of his, it concerns me.
不安静的
Restoration.
Restoration.
And the restoration of order throughout all our territories.
Did you still believe in a restoration of the imperial system?
Full restoration of your privileges.
Maybe one of them restoration fellers out at the Fondazione dell'Arte Classico could figure a way to rustle them pictures loose.
Restoration of damaged tissue through telepathic manipulation of intrinsic field memory.
恢复
Restore.
Restore.
But I restore lives, not Dana, me.
Desperate to restore his name, so he took risks.
I used wood ash and urine, helped restore the soil, creates ammonium nitrate.
To influence men's hearts with love and restore peace to the earth.
You can't restore the heart without me, and me says no.
回复还原
Restrain.
Restrain.
And if you see one, don't try to restrain them yourselves.
But you also said, if you ever do what you try to do now, to not only refuse, but that I had permission to physically restrain your ass if necessary. Now.
Restrain them from, say, targeting civilians, women, children, and such.
Samantha, you restrain him.
抑制
Restraint.
Restraint.
Coffee got upset just after lights out, so we put the coat on him, locked him in the restraint room. He's in the damn restraint room.
I'd hardly call that showing restraint, especially since he was a member of Special Branch.
It's got all the narrative restraint and beautiful prose, and then only beacon of restraint.
抑制
Restrict.
Restrict.
And if it is a big table, a very long table, you might want to restrict your conversation to people right in your vicinity.
Please restrict yourself to a relevant cross-examination.
She's been very agitated lately, and I think it best we restrict her visitors and no phone calls either, without notifying me first.
The collective and individual actions of the governments of this hemisphere to restrict trade with Cuba are defensive measures.
Yeah, you restrict him to barracks and KP.
限制
Restriction.
Restriction.
But you did order the barracks restriction, didn't you?
No restriction.
Private Bell was placed on barracks restriction.
Restriction of motion.
Well, it's nice to finally be off restriction for a change.
限制
Result.
Result.
As a result of your actions, my business interests are now vulnerable.
You realize the incredible potential that could result from our taking a mutual deal.
The larger explosion was a result of a smaller one that was deliberately set off at an apartment at number 33 Ayodele Street in the Lekki axis of Lagos.
I am the unplanned but happy result of the Wabash River float trip.
Your husband was killed as a result of a car crash.
结果产生
Resume.
Resume.
Are you ready to resume playing Hide the Salami?
You see, my resume is just Birdie J, a short stint in retail, and then Birdie J. So if her name is destroyed, then my name is...
It's not a resume.
So, you, that impressive resume and the big speech about your so-called work ethic.
We'll resume tomorrow.
重新开始，再开始，摘要
Retail.
Retail.
I mean, the competition wouldn't want to see you triple the size of your retail empire, would they? She said she worked in retail.
Sunnydale's got too many demons and not enough retail outlets.
零售，零售的
Retailer.
Retailer.
But Boulder Stream needs to be your exclusive retailer.
I ran America's largest, most affordable, successful, value-driven retailer, a chain called Kmart.
We searched every retailer in Shreveport.
You know, he works at this big retailer.
You're the retailer.
零售商人
retailing,
retailing,
I mean, we're not in retailing.
My friends, we are looking at retailing these in just a few months for less than a pair of jeans.
No, I will not commit because there's no future in retailing.
That is retailing.
零售业